Issue 29th. Let me start this week's update with 3 big news items. First, on November 12, QLGN, which is strategically invested in and controlled by FFAI, held its stockholders meeting. All proposals were approved with strong support. FFAI will become the majority and controlling stockholders of QLGN, with an initial direct ownership of about 55%, including related party Jerry and myself. The ownership is about 63% in total. FFAI will also hold a majority of board seats. Second, on November 20, 2025, QLGN will begin using its new name, AIXCrypto. Its stock ticker will be changed to AIXC. The company will host a renaming and strategy launch event at Nasdaq exchange. It will also announce a full board list. I believe these 2 major developments mark the completion of our mutually empowering dual flywheel structure with 2 listed companies. AIXC may also bring meaningful empowerment and important strategic value back to FFAI. We will share more details at the event on the 20th. I welcome everyone to follow the update. Third, FF and FX are adopting the North American Charging System (NACS) for its future models. Future FF and FX vehicle, including the planned BEV version of the Super One, will get and license from Tesla. Direct access to Tesla's supercharged network. This greatly expands infrastructure availability for our users, meaning expanded driving coverage. Moving on to EAI Flywheel process this week. Starting with S1 user ecosystem. The FX Super One B2B sales momentum continues to build. FX signed a non-binding, non-refundable pre-order agreement for 100 units of Super One with the California Hanlin Entrepreneurs Association and had already received the 10,000 non-refundable deposit. Once again, we are demonstrating strong recognition from business leaders and high-net-worth user groups. Both parties intend to deepen collaboration in user acquisition and community co-creation. Moving on to S4, product execution and delivery. The first batch of complete FX Super One parts has departed at the port of Shanghai. The shipment is now expected to arrive at the port of Long Beach around the end of November. After completing customs clearance and the related procedures, the parts will be delivered to the Hanford plant. This will mark the official start of the pre-production trial build phase, with the goal of achieving the first pre-production vehicle off the line by the end of this year. On S5 Capital and Finance. This week, FF held its Q3 earnings call. Some investors raised questions about the status of the loss in the third quarter. I would like to provide a brief explanation here. We took a conservative one-time realignment of asset values based on updated operational plans, as we shift from FF91 program activities toward recognition and retooling in preparation for an upgrade to FF92 and the commercial production of the FX Super One. The impairment amount was about $138 million, which accounted for roughly 67% of the total loss of a little over $206 million. Excluding this one-time factor, the operating loss was $68 million. More importantly, FF achieved financing inflow greater than operating outflow for the 6th consecutive quarter. Our cash balance ended the third quarter at the highest quarter-end level in nearly 2 years, reflecting our strong capital efficiency. Going to S6 Middle East, we plan to deliver the FX Super One on November 27th to its first global owner, co-creation office, and soccer legend Andrés Iniesta. This will officially open the EAI MPV era and bring it to the UAE market. Now on issues, reflections, and solutions over this week. This Q3 report is our first time preparing consolidated financial statements for 2 public companies. The overall workload and complexity increased a lot, and FS filing must follow QLGN's filing, which caused a slight delay in our disclosure schedule. There are also ongoing valuation procedures related to that acquisition and tangible assets. We expect to file our Form 10Q within the required compliance window, and no later than November 19th. This also shows that we need more talents who have worked in the finance and internal control functions of multi-entity listed groups. I would like to take this opportunity to invite finance professionals who have worked in large corporate groups and cross-board listed companies to join us and contribute to enhancing our financial reporting and governance standards. Stay tuned and see you in New York.